Welcome to our message, dear readers. At this time many are suffering from extreme conditions, but it is important to remember that before incarnating, every person, with guidance, creates a plan for the experiences and people that need to be a part of their time on earth. Contracts are usually about situations that will serve to complete unfinished past life relationships, experiences necessary for opening the person to higher ways of thinking, and are frequently about the person's need to experience the other side of prejudicial thinking, words, and actions taken in a previous life. Earth and all creation can never be fully understood or explained through human thinking, regardless of how educated or brilliant the human mind is, because human minds only see and study concepts of reality. Divine consciousness is the only reality and is infinitely expressing itself, but when seen and understood from limited three-dimensional states of consciousness, its expressions appear solid, dense, and material conditioned, mind-formed concepts of reality. As a person's state of consciousness expands and spiritually evolves, he or she begins to see with new eyes and starts to understand that the experiences, forms, and even activities of a three-dimensional world are dense representations or mind-formed interpretations of the real divine essence that is actually there. Learn to see through all appearances rather than empowering them with good or bad reality. Mind is an avenue of awareness, continually translating a person's consciousness into form as their outer life. All often see the same thing because there is only one consciousness, individualized. World situations are opening many hearts and minds to oneness, and as a result increasingly more are beginning to see how energy aligns with like energy both personally and globally. Death is the world's grandest illusion. The belief in separation continues to hold many locked into blindly accepting that life forms die, are gone forever, and there is nothing more. Your real home is on the other side, not on earth. Souls chose to incarnate on earth in order to learn and eventually evolve beyond further need for three-dimensional experiences, but no one is meant to stay in three-dimensional energy forever. Nothing ever dies or ever can die because there is only one life, and that life is infinite and self-sustained, always has been and always will be. Material forms die and dissolve when the divine essence that has maintained and sustained them is no longer present. Concepts have no spiritual law to uphold them. Never excessively mourn the loss of anything, for the spiritual reality that originally brought it into expression always remains intact. Those who build altars and shrines to departed loved ones do them no favor, for this only serves to keep the loved one somewhat tied to old energy. Old forms of everything automatically fade away when the substance from which they were created, consciousness, changes and evolves to new levels. This is causing a great deal of anger, worry, and turmoil for those struggling to hold on to the past in the belief that it was better. Evolution can never be stopped because it is every soul's destiny to wake up to the reality of being divine consciousness individualized. Earth is a spiritual universe, not material, and its people are divine beings, not limited human bodies. Animals, plants, devas, fairies, elementals, etc. carry the same life force as perfect expressions of the infinity of ideas in divine mind. Animals were never created to be compared, used, or abused by human egos. Even rocks have consciousness because consciousness is all that exists. Energy is the vibrational frequency of one omnipresent divine consciousness, which in reality is pure light, unable to be seen or even experienced with human eyes. As individuals spiritually evolve, their energy becomes increasingly lighter and faster, reflecting more of their true being, God. The energy that emanates from states of consciousness conditioned with beliefs of duality, separation, and two powers vibrates at a slower and denser resonance, the result of which is matter or material form. This is why most people cannot see those on the other side. The energetic frequencies of material consciousness are too heavy and dense to align with the more refined vibrations of those no longer in material form. Because there is only one, all energy, regardless of how fast or slow the frequency, seeks to align with like energy in order to once again become one. This is how the saying "birds of a feather flock together" came about, and is why individuals and groups with a collective consciousness attract the people and situations they are in alignment with. When lives are filled with negative experiences, most blame outside sources for their problems rather than looking within to what they themselves are creating through their beliefs. It serves no purpose to pray to God for that which is already fully present within. Praying, begging, beseeching some concept of God for what God has already fully given as itself only brings about a deeper sense of separation and perpetuates the human condition. Pray only for more light and not for what you falsely believe you do not have. God individualized itself and all its qualities in the beginning, and as you attain the consciousness of this, it will begin to appear outwardly as. It is time to live in the truth of who and what you really are. It is time to stop making excuses about how impractical, hard, or impossible it is to live truth. It is time to let go of all religious programming based in power over and money. It is time to move beyond outgrown traditions and beliefs simply because they are comfortable and expected of you. It is time to separate yourselves from collective beliefs that strive to keep you in the status quo. It is time to stop looking to family, friends, politicians, experts, or priests, rabbis, or ministers to tell you what to believe. It is time to claim your power. It is time to fully and honestly let go of the past and embrace. I am a divine being having human experiences in order to learn, clear old energy, and more fully attain conscious oneness with Source. Allow the process. It is time. We are the Arcturian group.